The luckiest zodiac signs from July 14 to 20. From July 14 to 20, a powerful window of luck opens that will affect not everyone, but only a select few. During these days, the universe activates energy flows that can bring an unexpected turn in money, luck, and fateful decisions. And if you are one of these signs, you will feel it literally on a physical level. In this video, I will reveal who will become a magnet for luck, who will have new opportunities, and which zodiac signs will be able to use this wave for a breakthrough. Don't waste time. These dates can become key for you personally. Subscribe to the channel if you feel that the magic of numbers and energies is speaking to you. Here you will learn not just horoscopes, but the esoteric truth that reveals fate. Write in the comments how you usually feel the approach of luck. Let the energy of this period be activated now. Ready to find out whose sign from July 14 to 20 becomes a magnet for attracting happiness? Then let's get started. First sign, Capricorn. From July 14th to 20th, representatives of the Capricorn sign will be in a special flow of coincidences, where every action will unexpectedly lead to a result faster and easier than usual. The main focus of this period is on achieving material goals through short but decisive steps. No long preparation is required. It is enough to use what is already at hand. Opportunities will appear in the usual field of activity, but with a new level of profitability. Contracts, agreements, financial discussions, or even casual business conversations can suddenly turn into benefits if Capricorn takes the initiative. The week will begin with an unexpected offer or information that at first seems insignificant. However, it is worth paying attention to the details. It is in these nuances that the financial key will be hidden. The dates of July 15 and 17 are especially important, when meetings with influential people or decisions that can open a direct path to growth are possible. This is an ideal time for negotiations, budget adjustments, changes in investments, and purchases that previously seemed inappropriate. Even those areas where barriers used to arise will open up without pressure, as if someone had removed the barriers. The internal state of Capricorn during this period will be unusually collected. There will be no throwing, unnecessary doubts, or tension. Each step will be verified, logical, precise. This state of clarity and control will become the basis for all financial successes. Moreover, the intuitive reaction to events will be so accurate that a decision made in a minute will bring a result that previously had to be waited for months. There will be a feeling that external circumstances have begun to work for Capricorn and not against him. This week is especially favorable for launching new processes, registrations, launches, submitting applications, signing important documents. Money invested in development will return faster than expected. Some Capricorns will be able to conclude an agreement or contract that will bring regular profits over a long period of time. This is not a one-time success, but a long-term strengthening of the financial platform. The real estate and large purchases sphere will also be successful. If you are thinking about changing your home, renting, expanding, this will be the right time. Financial transactions will go smoothly, and any deals completed during these 7 days will be a source of satisfaction and stability. Capricorns should be especially attentive to incoming offers. Even what looks too simple can turn out to be a golden opportunity. The second sign is Taurus. From July 14 to 20, a period begins for Taurus representatives in which financial and practical success will enter everyday reality. Everything that previously seemed protracted or stalled will receive an unexpected boost. The first signals will appear in the work sphere. Clients, partners, colleagues previously inactive will become active. At the same time, Taurus will not need excessive efforts. Money and offers will come at his rhythm in a familiar, comfortable manner. Closer to July 16th, an opportunity for additional income will arise through a part-time job, an old hobby, or re-establishing ties with those who previously collaborated. The key here is to agree. Even if the offer seems insignificant, it can become an entry into a large money chain. The second powerful financial day is July 19th. An unexpected return of debts, a win, a bonus, or an offer that was previously unavailable is possible. Actions related to practice will be especially successful. Craftsmanship, handicrafts, farming, design, body care, production. Luck will also manifest itself in the sphere of acquisitions. Everything that was at the stage of "I want but not yet the time" will acquire meaning and value. Purchases will become an investment, updating equipment, investing in a house, training. Everything will pay off faster than usual. Taurus will feel an amazing coincidence. What he wanted for a long time will suddenly appear at a favorable price or on special terms. This effect will work several times in a row, causing the feeling that the universe literally reads thoughts. Taurus's condition will be stable, with clear thinking and inner confidence. He will not rush, but each of his steps will hit the mark. Even in negotiations, where previously it was necessary to defend his point of view, now people themselves will be inclined to his terms. This gives an excellent chance to conclude profitable agreements without pressure and haste. An interesting detail will be the strengthening of influence through recommendations. Someone you know may push Taurus into a new social circle, where large financial opportunities will appear. It is important not to miss the contact and quickly get your bearings. This week is about how great benefits are born from simple circumstances. The main thing is not to postpone any action, not to ignore any detail. The third sign is Gemini. For Gemini, the period from July 14 to 20 will be an unexpected window of opportunity, which will begin to open in the first 2 days. Initially, the situation may seem chaotic, but this is only the external background. In fact, events will come together like a mosaic. A clear picture will suddenly emerge from disparate elements, in which Gemini will find themselves in the center of attention, possessing the necessary knowledge, connections, and chances. Financial success will be expressed through communications. Everything that concerns conversations, correspondence, proposals, even random messages can become a source of income. Someone will offer a short-term project. Someone will suddenly return a debt, and someone will ask for advice for which they will pay. The uniqueness of this period is that money will come not from stress but from ease. Everything that requires contact, exchange, sales, advertising, negotiations works perfectly. A particularly bright impulse is expected on July 17th and 20th. These are the days when it is possible to receive income from 2 different sources at the same time. One is predictable, the second is spontaneous, and it is the latter that will bring more. Geminis should be open to new formats of earning, even if they do not fit into the usual template. Everything related to platforms, numbers, trends, technologies will bring not only money, but also scaling. The state will be mobile, active, but at the same time, there will be no fuss. Geminis will feel an upsurge, a desire to act, to improvise. It is through this that they will find themselves at the right time and in the right place. Their gift for quick orientation will give them an advantage that will lead to monetary results. Even a short business trip, accidental participation in a webinar, or a conversation with a stranger can become the starting point for a new, profitable project. Therefore, it is important not to refuse communication and not to ignore offers that appear spontaneously. Financial luck this week will be directly related to flexibility, adaptability, and readiness for change. The more actively Gemini acts, the higher the result will be. The fourth sign is Cancer. From July 14th to 20th, energy flows are concentrated in the most sensitive point of Cancer's nature, in the ability to attract the right circumstances. This is a period when favorable opportunities do not need to be looked for. They come themselves, bringing with them the right people, useful connections, and turns that would be difficult to plan in advance. Cancers feel this as an internal wave of clarity. Everything that previously seemed confusing is gradually unraveling, as if on command. The topic of money comes to the fore. During this period, even random actions can bring financial returns. Signed documents, correspondence, previously postponed calls, everything begins to give results. What was postponed for a long time suddenly finds completion. Cancers get the opportunity to close old tales that have been dragging on for months with one decision. Confidence grows inside. Yes, now everything will be different, but not dreamily, but concretely, with specific amounts, plans, and answers. Contacts with people become especially important. Those who have been draining energy for a long time disappear from the horizon themselves. Their place is taken by those who are ready to offer not words, but actions. Cancers receive help not in the form of support, but in the form of specific steps, proposals, opening of new directions, financial transfers, bonuses. Many will receive responses to old initiatives where there is no hope left. It is like the effect of a delayed miracle. Invested long ago, it came now. Stability appears. Emotional fluctuations recede, giving way to rational activity. Cancers are not inclined to take risks, but it is during this period that the risk is justified. Everything related to personal initiatives requires action. You should not be afraid to come out of the shadows. Time works for those who go towards events. Even if something seems unstable, there is a solid foundation hidden behind it. Particular attention should be paid to property and investments. Mid-July activates resources that have been in a state of stagnation for a long time. Someone will sell real estate on favorable terms, someone will find a tenant, and someone will gain access to previously blocked capital. Financial freedom becomes tangible, not as an idea, but as a reality. Money does not come just like that. Every ruble here is the result of internal transformations, discipline, and readiness to move forward. The environment is also undergoing changes. Cancers begin to see better who is who. An invisible reassessment of roles occurs. Those who were there by inertia lose relevance. And those who appeared fleetingly suddenly show themselves as key allies. This is not an accident, but a karmic return for years of internal work. Everything that was lived with pain returns with support. The energy of this period is ideal for completing things. Cancers are able to close projects that seemed eternal, and the main thing is to do it beautifully, calmly, without strain. A resource that was lacking appears: determination, and with it, specific results. Incomes are growing, debts are decreasing, there is more control. The inner space is filled with self-confidence. Cancers no longer doubt when it is necessary to act. They just go and take what is theirs. The fifth sign is Libra. Luck starts working for Libra at the moment when their natural ability to balance is activated. It is now that the rare ability of this sign manifests itself, to find a solution where others give up. Everything that previously required long reflections now seems to fall into place on its own. Offers that are impossible to refuse begin to appear around, and each of them brings a specific benefit. Libra does not look for adventure. They attract events that bring them results. This is not luck in a blind sense, but an exact coincidence of circumstances with desires. Everything related to the material side of life acquires dynamics. Income can come from an unexpected source, from a previous project, a closed direction, or even a casual acquaintance. Libra has a clear understanding of where to invest efforts in order to get the maximum return. This applies to both finances and the personal sphere. Any investment, be it money, time, advice, or energy, comes back double. The key is not to scatter, but to act according to intuitive logic, which in Libra is aggravated precisely during this period. Relationships move into the plane of constructive dialogue. Libra knows how to listen, but now they also begin to influence. Not to manipulate, but to subtly guide. People begin to reach out to their opinion, ask for advice, listen. This gives Libra the opportunity to form a support space around themselves. They do not remain alone. On the contrary, connections that previously seemed weak are strengthened. Everything that previously required tension in communication is now leveled out. Ease arises, which opens up new horizons. Particular attention should be paid to decisions that have been postponed. Now is the time to return to ideas abandoned for some reason. Libra has resources, mental, emotional, physical, to complete what seemed impossible. Closed doors open, interests are revived, prospects are restored. This is the time when you should not be afraid to take a step forward, even where there was a refusal or failure before. Circumstances change, and now the same actions will bring a completely different result. The body and mind are synchronized. Libra feels that they can do more than they thought. Sleep improves, energy returns, mood stabilizes. It is this inner stability that becomes a magnet for luck. When there are no hesitations inside, the outer space responds with confidence. Therefore, Libra should use inner harmony as the main tool. Do not argue, do not prove, do not waste energy on fighting. but direct forces to the implementation of what gives a response. The influence of luck in the field of training, development, new knowledge becomes especially noticeable. Everything related to courses, books, mentoring, or self-knowledge brings not just satisfaction, but specific results. Libra begins to see how new knowledge is instantly transformed into actions, and actions into results. And this gives rise to a feeling of control over the situation, which has been lacking for a long time. You should not expect miracles, because what is happening is a miracle in its purest form. But it is not loud and not fabulous, but precise, logical, and consistent. Libra is entering a period where events unfold not like a drama, but like a competent script, with growth, with the right balance of power, with a successful ending. Therefore, the main thing now is not to rush, not to break into emotions, and not to doubt yourself. Everything is going according to plan. Even if it seemed unclear before, now the structure is gaining clarity. Every word, every action, even a gesture, begins to have an impact. Libra becomes the center of attraction for the right people and the right events. They are heard, they are trusted, they are invited. This is the moment when you need to be ready to accept offers, gifts, opportunities. Do not refuse out of politeness, do not push away out of modesty, do not postpone out of fear. Everything that is given for a reason. Luck works only with those who are ready to open the door to it. Libra does not just open this door. They create a space where luck feels at home.